Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on Ludicrous Feed this afternoon. We've got Motor Mark with us and he's going to drive my Tesla Model S. Hi Mark, thanks for doing this with us today.
My pleasure, Tom.
So have you driven an EV before?
I have never driven an EV before.
Wow, that's very exciting.
So this is my first experience of the new technology.
Fantastic. And what kind of car do you drive normally?
I've got an F80 BMW M3 competition pack.
Wonderful.
It's a very non-EV car.
It's all good. No judgment here. And how much of a car enthusiast...
There'll be plenty of judgment.
There'll be plenty, okay. None from me though, don't worry. And how much of a car enthusiast are you out of 10?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've always been a mad petrol head.
Yep.
Whole series of V8s and thoroughly enjoying the M3.
Awesome. And you race cars as well, don't you?
I do. Yeah. Very lightweight racing, more advanced driving courses and things like that. But no, I enjoy getting it out on the track and getting it some.
Wonderful. Well, feel free to take this for a spin.
Thanks.
Now, my car is set on my settings, so don't feel like you have to keep it to my settings. So just go for a change of seat to your comfort level.
Okay. You're vertically challenged.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate that. And the steering column is adjustable as well, so that little knob there.
This one here?
Yeah, go for it.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
Away you go. So what you do is
I have to say it's good inside. It's a nice looking interior.
Is this the first time you've seen this?
I've been in one before, but I've never actually driven one. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Foot on the brake, and then
Yes.
there's a gear shift on the right to drive, and that's it.
Down to drive.
Yep.
Are we on?
Oh, we are on.
Okay. That's a neutral. That's neutral on the.
Yeah, you see, it's like a
Okay. Drive. Okay. Handbrake?
no handbrake.
No
No
handbrake.
handbrake. Knock yourself
handbrake.
out. No.
Okay.
You can't rev the car either, unfortunately.
Well, you can, but nobody hears it.
What are your thoughts on Tesla prior to today?
I've got mixed feelings, I think, because I love the internal combustion engine. I love the theatre and the noise and the just the whole car experience. And I was pretty dismissive, I think, of electric cars in general. And then I saw a video of a Hellcat, 700 horsepower Hellcat, getting beaten by a little Tesla X in ludicrous mode. And you know those defining moments in your life where you know things have changed? I've gone, okay, it's changed, and it's only really a matter of time. I think the one hope for the internal combustion engine is hybrids. They make a lot of sense. All the major car companies, all their top cars are all hybrids. Ferrari, the McLaren P1, 918, Porsche. They're all hybrid and using the electric engine for what it was designed for, filling the torque curve of an internal combustion engine.
Initial acceleration, isn't it? That's what you need.
Smoothing that torque.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely. How'd that feel?
This is not. I tell you what, it's super smooth, and the power is just instantaneous. There's no lag. There's no perceivable lag.
No.
I tell you what, though, it's quite a freaky experience without the sound.
It does take a little getting used to, I must say.
And you get a braking as you lift off.
Yeah, so there's something called regen braking.
Okay.
Lift off and the charge goes back into the battery.
Like a KERS system, energy storage.
Yeah, that's basically it. I think it's a feature of all electric vehicles, not just Tesla.
Right.
And Nissan Leaf's got it as well.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think many fuel cars can charge themselves and fuel themselves up when they brake.
Not really.
No. I'd like to see that though.
Yeah, that's right. Create petrol out of friction. I think what Elon Musk has done is, anybody's in business can see what he did and how he's done it, where he's completely reinvented an entire industry and championed a cause while he's doing it. You've got to take your hat off to that. And, build a product while you're building a brand, and really dislocate and challenge every aspect of the entire industry is pretty phenomenal what he's done.
Well, he's basically built this car ground up.
Yeah.
He's reconceptualized what the electric car should be, instead of just putting the electric motor in the front of the car. It's actually the batteries at the base of the vehicle, and the aluminium chassis on top makes it a bit lighter. So it's totally redesigned what a car should be.
And they haven't really done much around the racing side of things yet, but I saw
not officially.
There was like a GT3 mock-up of the S, which I thought was interesting.
Pretty quiet Grand Prix, I imagine, wouldn't it? Having pretty electric cars.
Yeah, there's the Formula E, which has been really successful.
Okay.
So how do you find the handling of this compared to?
I must say I'm not a massive car enthusiast, so it doesn't affect me too much. I just use it, not like you. I don't race. I just drive day to day, so it doesn't affect me too much. Handles well enough for me personally.
Yeah.
I think you can change the steering, how stiff you want it as well.
Okay.
This is on standard currently. There's a sport mode and a comfort mode as well. How about yourself? How do you feel it compared to your M3?
M3 different sort of power. Different sort of power. You're going to drive it later on, so you can tell me. But a different sort of experience. I guess if this was the, what is it, the 100P or whatever it is?
P100D.
P100D, yeah, that is something else.
So Mark just accelerated just then. And so this can go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5 seconds apparently. To me it actually feels faster. I think they understate a lot of that.
Well, it's certainly instantaneous. That's the thing that I feel is, with any kind of internal combustion engine, particularly turbocharged and things like that, there is just an inherent lag, no matter how good it is. And this is just
it just goes.
Yeah.
But do you want to take it out to the Roseville Bridge?
Okay. I want to do that. That'd be great.
You're paying for any speeding tickets?
I'm paying for gas.
Does your M3 take unleaded or premium?
Yeah, it takes the premium 98. That's sort of tuned for that.
We just routed around about really quickly then. How did that feel?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Responsive enough?
Yeah, no, it's I've come to that realisation that it's just a matter of time now that this is going to be the future of motoring, and I think for petrol head diehards like myself, it's going to take a while for people to get their head around something that is that's new and that's different. But I'm sure they'll make it exciting, and I think Tesla's shown that you can make electric cars a lot more interesting. And they're good-looking cars. They look great. They're well appointed. And they handle well. They're real-world vehicles in the way they weren't 10 years ago.
I think that was the key point when they first came out. They looked like a decent sports car.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like boxy, old-style electric vehicle. I mean, there's a bit of talk around the fact that EVs haven't really taken off in the last 3 months. It's kind of stalled a little bit in Australia.
Yeah.
I think it's to do with maybe incentives not being there from the government, infrastructure not being present, not that much excitement from our government, our leaders. What do you think about that?
Well, it's chicken and egg, isn't it? So if you put in infrastructure first, or you build the cars first, I think Australia's got some inherent challenges, as it does in a lot of industries, where you've got a relatively small population that's very spread out. So you need a disproportionate amount of investment in infrastructure to make anything work. Distribution companies have that problem all the time. And it'd be similar to this. If you want to go from Sydney to Melbourne, there's not a lot in between. Whereas in most places in the world, there'll be 27 cities between the two.
Yeah, that's very true.
As far as your question about government sponsorship of this kind of change, I think they face that challenge around all renewable resources. We've got this whole shift away from traditional energy sources to renewable, and it's not a dissimilar problem where you want to wind down the old, but you've got to embrace the new as well. And you can't just turn one off and switch the other one on.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's a balance. Because the energy prices are going crazy, but that actually allows new technology to compete, whereas if energy prices are low, then new technologies don't get a chance.
That's true. I think power prices are going up, so that'll be interesting in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Where that'll take us.
And it's going to become more expensive to extract energy from traditional sources. So I'm not anti-green or anti-environment, but I'm bemoaning the loss of the internal combustion engine, or its pending demise.
Yeah. I guess as an EV advocate, I'm not asking for the death of the internal combustion engine car. I don't think it'll die.
Yeah.
It'll always get an enthusiastic cult following, so to speak.
Sure.
It might cost more to run, like it does to run an antique vehicle. I think it's just going to be that way.
Yeah. I think ultimately it'll be, you're allowed to drive it 3 days a week on a special track.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Or you pay a surcharge or something, some levy to drive it.
I think the one thing that EV is missing, which is very easy to add in, is the aural experience. Just getting the sound. It's such a big part of the sports car experience.
Yeah.
is the sound.
Yeah.
And, but even in that world, so the M3, for instance, actually has an augmented sound.
Right.
So it does actually have something that comes through the speakers just to augment the sound slightly.
Okay. Yep.
So people are getting used to having not a true just engine experience, exhaust experience. So with this, I guess you could just dial up whatever sound you wanted, and you could have a Lamborghini today, you could have a Mini tomorrow.
That's a great point. You can choose what you want actually on the screen. Yeah. Hear that, Elon Musk? That's patented, by the way.
That's it.
But coming back to that issue of sound, I mean,
commission on that app.
That's right, exactly. But back to that issue of noise. I mean, the other day I was driving on one of my quiet streets near my house, and there was a little boy riding on his scooter on the street. I just knew to drive very slowly around him because I'm pretty sure he couldn't hear me, and sure enough, he ducked out in front of me.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, that's a problem. I think that's we're all conditioned from birth to hear car noises.
Yeah.
And if that's not there in the future, then that'll be a safety issue.
It's actually a pleasant experience driving it with no noise. I thought it would be boring, but it's actually, because it's responsive and it's not unpleasant.
It feels, when I first drove it, I felt like, wow, I feel like I'm floating on the road. It doesn't feel like it's gripping the road at all.
Yeah.
That's something my wife, Joyrunner, doesn't quite like. She likes the traction of the tyres on the road.
Right.
So each to their own, I guess.
I'll show you a bit of that. So.
Okay, good. So this one's a all-wheel drive, rear and front motors with a horsepower of 500, I think. So, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
For a sedan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And what's the story with the new, the 3 Series equivalent of the S? What do they call the new one?
So the Model 3.
Model 3.
That's the mass-produced car that Elon Musk is pushing out. So the main issue with that is the production. It's not quite on schedule just yet. He promised by the end of 2017 it'll be 5,000 units per week. So we're in March 2018 and he's barely making 2,000 a week, I think, from the last count. So I think that'll be the big driver of whether the company makes money eventually. So he's got to keep up with the demand. I think there's 500,000 orders currently from worldwide orders for that vehicle.
They are still losing money, aren't they?
They're still losing money, I think, but their revenue's going up, but profit's not there yet.
Sure.
But I read that Honda had a similar issue in the 70s when they first came out. So they had a big showman type entrepreneur, CEO, who was pushing their cars and they were losing money, but I think they're doing okay now, so hopefully that'll be the case. They should make money eventually. As long as the enthusiasm and the mission is still there.
I keep thinking I'm stalled. And also when I go to indicate, I'm putting it in neutral.
Yeah.
My indicator's on the other side. So.
There's something called hill hold, which you've got on at the moment.
Oh, yes.
So that helps it, hold it. And I've turned something called creep off, which is, so creep is something that mimics internal combustion cars, where it'll roll forward if you take the brake off.
Right.
This one won't, it'll just sit there, which is why you think it's stalling. Yeah.
Right. Well, street credibility to maintain. I can't be seen driving.
Oh, this is going on YouTube, don't worry.
Just you and me and
That's right.
1,000 followers.
Oh, 1,000.
For this is...
It's got
So do people give you the whole golf cart milk float?
No, just you, Mark.
Just me. Is it just me?
Just
I'm
you.
the only one left. Must be someone out there.
There's a whole range of issues actually people talk about, and I've come across pretty much all of them. So one of my friends is worried about range anxiety. Every time he sees me, he talks about it.
Your range is that's a big conversation for people.
Yeah.
And the odd conversation I have I try to avoid Tesla owners whenever I can because they're all zealots. But conversations I have had, the only time they've said things have not been quite as they expected is in range expectation and the mechanics of having to plan trips and some of the complexity that comes with it. Some of them like that, but if you want to go from Brisbane to here, then how do you do that?
Then again, think about it. If you have a petrol car, you're going to have to plan your journey anyway. You need to think, okay, I need to stop at Port Macquarie, Coffs Harbour, Ballinabyron, somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
You can't just drive for 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the argument Tesla's got as well.
And charging times are coming down?
They're coming down. The superchargers are 200 kilometres in between. It takes 20 minutes to charge that amount.
That's pretty decent power. Sorry.
No, that's good. We just accelerated again.
That's right. Up to the speed limit.
Yeah. That's the game I always play. Right? So I haven't got a speeding ticket yet, by the way. Just a disclaimer.
That's good.
Yeah.
My son's just lost his licence. Not that we're telling people that.
No. Yeah, so range anxiety is one of them. The other issue is, I guess, in tied in with that was running out of charge. If you're going to be stuck somewhere, what are you going to do? Like, who are you going to call, basically?
Yeah.
I think Tesla's got a roadside assistance that comes out to get you, but realistically, I'm never going to do that. I charge my car every night when I go to sleep. It's like charging my phone. I'm going to wake up with a full tank, full charge. It's not a big issue for me.
And what range do you get out of a charge?
So on the way I drive, I get 350 kilometres out of a full charge. This car's rated at 400 kilometres. Obviously, I'm driving
right.
more.
But you have to drive in a certain manner to be able to achieve that.
400 kilometres.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of highway driving, like perfect conditions. City driving, I'm sure it's less. You got to stop start more often. The other issue, I guess, is price. It's an expensive car, realistically.
Yes.
For a 4-door sedan, you shouldn't have to pay $100,000, to be honest. And this is my first luxury car that I bought. So I've never driven a Mercedes. Well, I haven't bought a Mercedes before or a BMW.
Have you ever driven a BMW M3 before?
I have not, no.
Oh, there you go.
I have not.
That's great. Has insurance, alright.
Oh, you're insured? Okay, that's good. Fair enough. I'll give it a good test.
You pick up speed here without really noticing because you don't get the
feedback.
Big sound feedback.
Yeah. It's easy to speed, honestly. Especially...
Nice dash layout too. I guess you can change all this around.
You can. It's all customizable.
Yeah.
This map is full screen that as well. Never going to get lost.
That's a big location.
So you find, obviously I'll have a look when I'm on the M3, but I find that you can accelerate quite quickly as you're going at 20, 30 kilometers an hour, and suddenly it just takes off.
Yeah.
Without having to power gear down and all that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just instant.
And just between you and me and the rest of the YouTubers out there, I've given some motorcycles a run for their money too. Yeah. Had some strange looks.
Yeah, like the mid-range acceleration is that's brutal. It's great.
How are you finding the regen braking? Is that
it's a little unusual. You're kind of going, you get the resistance.
Yeah.
But getting used to it. No transmission tunnel too.
The floor's a bit higher just because the battery's sitting there. Have you noticed that at all?
Yeah, it just but the driving position is not bad though. I actually don't want to like this, but I do actually like it. I really don't want to like it.
I've got that on film. It's good. I'm going to play that.
You heard it here first. First confession.
What's you're in the motor world, like what's the current vibe with all your motoring mates? What do they think?
Around this sort of stuff?
Oh yeah, around electric vehicles, what's happening?
Yeah, I think there is most of the real petrol heads will just dismiss it, but I think the ones that have any kind of particular strategic foresight going, it's coming, so we just better get used to it somehow.
Yeah.
But I think there's plenty of car enthusiasts who look at a Tesla and go, yeah, you know what? As a part of a set of cars that they own, it's not a not a bad equation. And they look, they look nice, and they're not just. I don't know why all the original ones that came out, they just went, let's build a really ugly car and make it electric.
You talk about electric vehicles?
Yeah.
Initially, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's becoming more of an option on different existing models and existing. I think the F-Pace.
Yep.
Is coming out with
the I-Pace.
I-Pace,
yeah, the Jaguar.
That's
That's actually a decent car. I've had
the
a look at it.
Jaguar SUV. Yeah.
There was a video of that beating the Tesla Model X.
We've got pedestrians.
There it is. Yeah.
It's not being on a golf course.
Must be a fancy golf course. You've done pretty well. That tells you how many centimetres you've got left.
Oh, centimetres.
Hit those flowers. And press the button to stop.
This way?
Yep.
How
Alright.
do you know?
Oh, the mirrors, absolute. Well, that was our drive in the Tesla Model S. Thanks, Mark. Shall we hop into the Model 3? Model 3. The M3?
You can.
Alright, let's do it.
This will be a good experience for you.
Alright, with Motor Mark once again. We're in his BMW M3. Alright, Mark, you ready?
Competition pack.
Competition pack, I'm sorry. I
Thanks.
keep getting that. Yeah. Alright, so you've driven the Tesla Model S. That's your first time in an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Back in the gasoline car. Let's see how you feel now.
It's got to kill a few polar bears.
Let's do it.
Excellent.
Let's see.
That's the only thing
I've got to
I
admit, I quite like that as well.
Yeah.
As much of an advocate of an EV as I am, it's a nice sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got to have that augmented sound, I think.
Yeah, I think that's coming.
Yeah. It is a nice car. It just feels very nice. I love the stitching. I love the carbon fibre. It's good.
Yeah, it's got all those little race signals on it, which is nice.
You see, the noise is good, but it's bad for YouTube. I can't hear myself.
You haven't heard anything yet.
So we'll take the same route. It's a controlled experiment. We've got we're good scientists here.
Right, you can have a drive too, aren't you?
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just.
So this has a lot of ability to change driving experience. So you've got 3 levels of suspension, 3 levels of steering weight, 3 levels of shift, speed, 3 different engine mapping systems, etc. So you can have it. It's relatively quiet, not as quiet as yours.
Nope.
But this is in a fairly quiet mode, efficient mode. So it's relatively. You can poodle around all day in this, and it's quite a nice experience.
Yeah.
Or you can have various levels of aggression.
Yep. What's this on currently? So.
This is efficient, and it's on sport suspension and sport steering, just gives a little bit of feeling weight. Yeah. If I put it in this, then you change it all to a different button, so you can adjust it all. This is my M1 button here has got Sport Plus, which gives it more engine noise, sport suspension, and comfort steering, so you can move the steering around a bit better.
Yep. And you mentioned there was augmented noise, right? So it's coming from the speakers.
A little bit, yeah. Because they went from a V8 to a 6-cylinder.
Okay.
So this is a 3-litre 6-cylinder twin turbo.
Yep.
Runs 330 kilowatts
Okay.
power and
That's not bad.
550 nanometers of torque.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 0 to 100 4 seconds flat.
This one?
Yes.
Nice.
It's pretty quick. And the
Very
competition pack has a whole lot of changes, better suspension, more power, and then it's got just some cosmetic changes as well, 20-inch rims, etc.
It's a 4 doors.
4 doors, yeah.
Second
So
row.
family car.
Yep. I know your family. And the screen's good. The map's up there, I can see. That's
Yes.
pretty good.
Slightly smaller than
Oh no, it's got the information you need. I guess I'm a bit mixed about the buttons. I mean, I like my big screen, but I do like touching buttons as well.
Yeah.
So, happy with both. What's the range on this? How many? Whoa, okay. Yeah, nice. There's a polar bear.
It's got a nice little crackle over the exhaust as well.
Yeah, okay, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. You can really tell we're accelerating.
It's a nice turn.
Okay.
Not making you nervous or anything.
That's good. Yeah, see, because of that, I don't think these kind of cars will ever die. I think there's always a place for this in some race somewhere.
It is a different sort of experience.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It's good. Variety is just part of life. You know?
Yep.
Need both.
Yeah. Actually, my wife's quite keen on electric cars.
Is she?
We went to a Tesla, to the Tesla Centre in town for an event, and go this way now.
Yeah, I think so.
And they had one of the Model X there.
Yep.
It was the 100P.
Yep.
And I tell you what, inside there was something else. I mean, they really did have that sort of black with white interior. Wouldn't be my choice, but it looked amazing. And so the thought of having something like that electric for around town, and then having something like this for
Weekends.
weekends or going out, or just if you want something a bit more theatre to it.
Yep.
It's not a bad combination. I think that's where people will go. I think I'll have something a little bit different than the petrol, and then maybe the electric for day to day.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Day to day, down around town, you don't really need this kind of car to get around. Yeah, that's nice. I guess cars will be driving us in 10 years anyway.
Well, yeah, it's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time for that too.
Yeah.
That's much more efficient. The rest of it, it makes sense. Brings some interesting ethical questions.
Well, speaking of ethics, I mean, it's actually a bigger carbon footprint to build an electric car.
Right.
I think if you fill the electric car with, I think in Australia, because our electricity comes from coal, so the carbon footprint is the same, even if you don't fill the electric car with petrol. Right. If you have a more carbon neutral country like the Scandinavian countries, then you're ahead.
Yeah. And you can drive this in automatic, or you could use the paddle shifts
Okay.
if you want to.
Sports shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my son would love this. Actually, he's been eyeing your car.
I've had manuals a lot, and then with these new gearboxes they're so much faster.
So you wouldn't go back to a manual? Stick with a pedal shift?
No, I've you can get this in a manual and take the paddle shifts.
What's the starting price of this thing?
Less is about 160.
160.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
I feel like that crackle bang out of these things.
Yeah. Have you seen the BMW i3?
I have.
Thoughts? That's very boxy, by the way, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. i8 is an impressive looking vehicle.
Is that fully electric? I thought that was. Oh.
So this thing can be a real handful in the wet. So that's with full traction control on.
Yep.
You can turn the traction control half off,
Okay.
which can just make you look good. Although you can still get yourself into trouble. And then you can turn it fully off. And in the wet, you just do not want to go there. It's a lot of power just to the rear wheels. This is just rear wheel drive. There's no four wheel drive on this.
Okay.
Now I think you should have a drive for this.
I will. No, I will actually. Yeah, we've definitely arrived. There's no doubt about that. How do I make that noise? What, just rev?
Yeah, just right foot for the loud sound.
Okay. Yep. All right, cool. Let's swap seats.
Okay.
So, Mark, it's good that you trust me with your car. What is that?
I've come prepared.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. Just because I haven't driven a combustion car in 14 months.
Tom, I think I need
honestly.
this. I definitely think I need this. It's not that I don't trust you, but I think I need this.
All right, Stig. Put it on.
Actually, not unlike Tesla, this has a carbon roof.
Oh, right.
Yeah, which lowers the centre of gravity.
Yep.
And the overall weight.
I've noticed a lot of carbon fibre actually. There's some on the dash as well.
Yeah, a lot of trim, carbon fibre trim.
There's some on your helmet as well.
Yeah. It's got to be matching. Got to be matching.
Alright, so instruct me. What do I do?
Okay.
Is there a switch?
Full on the brake.
Full on brake?
Yep. Stop start.
Oh, yep.
Press stop start.
Oh.
Just
right, I'm vertically challenged actually. It's embarrassing.
Seats there.
I'm not just the mirror.
You can actually adjust the grip this way as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How the seats comfortable?
No, it's good. Good, like bucket type seats.
Yeah, they're racing. They've got big holes in the back of them, so they're relatively lightweight but still comfortable.
Yeah, it certainly feels very nice. It feels very luxurious. Nice trim. Good height. Very nice. I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
Let's do it. It feels very compact. I like that. It's all together. I want to rev this car.
It's going to be relatively docile in this mode.
Okay. Oh, I forgot the regen braking.
No, that's right.
I've actually got a brake.
It keeps going.
Oh, there, I can see the speed limit.
Oh yeah, it's got a heads-up
that's
display.
cool. Okay.
Yeah, which changes depending on what mode you're in. Like, so you can see your nav through there.
Yeah.
But when you go into angry mode, M1, then you'll see it's got the rev counter. And you can see
I know you can't see this, but there's a virtual speedometer in the windscreen. Obviously, it's a projection somewhere.
heads up, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I want to give this a little bit of a rev. Okay, it's pretty good. Nice. So that was efficient mode.
Yeah, it's efficient mode, yeah.
So if I want quick, that's M1.
Yeah.
Let's push that. So that's gearing down.
Yeah. Longer in the gear, longer in each gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can keep it in automatic mode if you prefer.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep that. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's nice.
There's plenty there.
Yeah, there is a lot of grunt. Give it that.
Yeah.
You get some funny looks if a Tesla hadn't made that noise. Even if it was fake.
Yeah. Well, I think you should be able to choose your noise.
Yeah.
Depending on what you feel like.
I want to be a Bugatti today.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, the rev counter is up as well.
Yeah, so the rev counter's up when you put it in that particular mode. So you can program it to whatever you want up there, depending on what mode. So the M1 and the M2 buttons are combination buttons. So you set up the car in whatever way you want and allocate it to a particular button.
These roads are just perfect for test driving.
First impressions?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Like I said, compact. Like it feels like it's really tight. Everything's together.
Yeah.
Definitely a good like racing car.
Yeah, it handles really well.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Yeah, turn in is just crazy.
Yeah. Then again, I haven't driven that many cars like this.
Yeah.
Can't compare it to too many things. So that noise I'm hearing is the real noise, and a bit
Pretty
more?
much. It's just augmented. So you have a 90% of it is real noise. So you get real induction noise, real exhaust noise.
Yep.
But you just get it's just enhanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong
And it's
with
because
that?
they went from V8 to V6.
Right.
And this has a sports exhaust on it, so it's got a little bit more natural noise to it. But when they first brought out the M3, people weren't sure about the noise; it just sounded a little bit different. Whereas this one now, this is how the M3 really should have come out first time. So now this is beating the C63 and the new Alfa Romeo on track.
Let's freak these guys out. Sorry.
You can get whiplash in this thing pretty quick.
That was fun. So it'll be interesting to see whether Tesla makes a car that races like this, like feels like a performance car.
Well, what about this new Roadster they've talked about? I mean, that would get petrol heads all over electric. So you're talking about less than 2 seconds to 100.
Yeah. But I wonder whether that car actually does it handle like this, like it's will it be as tight and with the round corners as well?
Yeah, look, I think theoretically you've got with battery power if it's low in the car, you've got low centre of gravity.
Yeah.
You've got a weight issue, but I think batteries are going to get lighter and better as they go.
Yeah.
low centre of gravity, that's a good thing. You've got the power and the instant torque, that's a good thing. There's no reason why you can't build an electric race car or a car that handles like a sports car.
Yeah.
I guess the challenge is if you're driving like that, or that's your propensity to drive like that, is the battery life, and all those things that go with that. That's, I guess, like any technology, is the rate of change is almost exponential. So it's only going to get cheaper. It's only going to get better, faster, longer range, faster charges, and that's ultimately why it'll supersede the petrol engine.
Yeah.
And it's on that trajectory. And it's not far away.
We've got to get our hands on that roadster. We really do.
Yeah.
And we'll give it a good run.
Yeah. Well, you know what Elon Musk's promises. I mean, he does deliver, but he just takes an extra couple of years to do it.
He does. He teases us, doesn't he? With
Great
stuff, and then like, oh yeah,
I think
a while to come out.
I think he adopts that whole Stephen Covey mindset, which is begin with the end in mind.
Yes.
So if you put a big flag in something, then people will go after.
Yeah.
Go after it.
Inspiration.
Yeah. So he might miss it, but he still gets there eventually.
He said he calls it the 2020 Roadster, so we're talking 2 years.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So about 2025 then.
2025. I'll be an old man by then.
Which makes me what?
You'll be forever young, right?
Forever young. Forever young.
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
This has been fun. Thank you for this.
Oh, my pleasure. So we called you back into the fold.
Oh, I can't on video say that.
Would you have? So if you had a collection of, say, top 2 or 3 cars, I know you haven't got a lot of choice in EV world at this stage.
Not yet, no.
But would there be a petrol-based car in your collection, or is it an ethical issue? Is it an ethical thing for you now?
It's heading that way, I must say, because I've got solar panels on my roof. I've got a battery at home.
Yeah.
I just can't, But then again, I'm driving a car that's made by coal, really.
Yes.
So I'm not all the way there yet.
Yeah.
So no, I can't rightly say I won't have a petrol car. I mean, I think there'll always be room for one. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not a massive enthusiast. I just love the electric car, really.
Yeah.
Not so much cars in general. I'll just borrow your car, Mark. That's enough.
Anytime you like.
It would be embarrassing to hit my own car. That would suck. That'd be good.
And one go.
Easy enough. That pass?
Yeah. Perfect.
Park is just
Pull it back. Yeah. And then if it goes into neutral, just turn it off and it'll go.
okay, right.
Yeah. Handbrake.
Oh yeah, that thing.
If you take your hand off the brake,
Yep.
and then press the button again.
Gotcha.
No worries.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, that was really fun.
I appreciate
really
it.
enjoyed that.
It was good. Thank you for opening my eyes to something that's going to be the future.
And thank you for bringing me back to that car noise. I forgot about that.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. I really loved the tight corners. It's fantastic. Now, the 3 questions I was going to ask you.
Yes.
What was the best thing you liked about my Tesla?
I think just that instantaneous acceleration. It's very impressive, particularly mid-range. Once you've got a little bit of momentum, that's quite extraordinary.
Okay. What didn't you like about it?
I didn't think I would like the lack of noise, but actually, well, it wasn't too bad. The braking, I was a bit uncomfortable with that, but it's probably something you get used to.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
And what would swayed you to purchase one?
Look, I think it will be in my in a mixed garage. So I think my wife will probably persuade me to get one at some point in time. She's already on the case. So I think as a mix, family mix of vehicles, I think having something like that probably the SUV.
Okay.
I think
What
I like
mix?
that. I like the Falcon Wing thing. I think that looks that's pretty cool as well.
Okay.
And they're a cool vehicle as well. But round town, probably technology still quite there for longer range. Technically possible, but just not practically, not as easy as petrol at this point.
Fair enough. Now they're all very fair points. Well, thank you for your honest feedback, and once again, thank you for running with us.
Great to see you.
As always, happy charging.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and thank you for helping us to bring the electric vehicle revolution to Australia. If you've enjoyed our videos, please take a moment to hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. If you're close to buying a brand new Tesla, then lucky you. Use one of our promo codes on screen to unlock special goodies from Tesla. Happy charging!